Look at that. You see that? Look at all that space. Instead of them being all crowded, bunched up together, now they have space to grow. And hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm T. I'm growing in New Orleans Zone 9B if you're new here. On today's video, you read the title right. I am going to go ahead and separate my kale. This is my kale bed. I direct sowed this bed, and now I feel like they're overcrowded, guys. My seeds are growing nicely and they're overcrowded. So what I want to do is separate them and give them the room they actually need to grow beautiful, edible leaves for me. So
out in my Nola backyard under the southern sun, I dug my hands into the soil. Yeah, me, T, getting it done. Watching the first green sprouts rise up from the dirt, finding a quiet space to heal.
Right here you see, let me bring y'all in. Right here you see a bunch of overcrowded kales. So I want to go ahead and split this up, give them the room they need. Right now you see them having true leaves, if you can see. Right now you can see their true leaves. It's 3 leaves coming up now. So I am going to dig all this up and I'm going to plant them. I'm going to give them at least 3 to 5 inches space apart. I'm going to take my shovel and just take them up. And I'm going to be careful, y'all. Make sure I don't disturb the roots too much. See that? I'm just separating them. All right, I'm gonna show y'all. All right. You can tell they have their true leaves. You see that big leaf? Those are 2 leaves right there, and this is the true leaf right here. So, and we have our root. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant that in, space it out. I'm gonna do it on this end here. I hope y'all can see. So I'm going to start on this end here, and I already have 1 kale here, and I'm going to space out and put this one here. So that way we're going to make sure we have him a space to grow. More than enough space. And I'm going to take the other one, put it here. Drop it down on in there. Take another one. Separate these. And y'all, this is actually my first time growing kale in this raised bed. This is originally my strawberry bed, and I decided to put, kale in here. This is different varieties of kale. I'm gonna show y'all the packet. If you didn't watch that video, go ahead and check that video out. It's different varieties of kale in the packet. So whatever grow, you get what you get in that packet. And I think it's mechanical interest. I got it from my local feed, and I said, that's interesting. That'll be something. That'll be, a mystery plants for me. And I just tried it. So now we're planting it. Y'all. We're separating and getting them on their way. And y'all, just want to thank y'all so much for the support on the last video, me direct sowing these seeds. I really appreciate y'all watching that video. I'm gonna go ahead and continue on just planting them down the road, y'all, giving them space. And I'm so excited to see, you know, exactly which kale they will be. They all look the same right now. All the leaves look the same, but the package said it's different kinds of kale. So y'all know, if you're not quite new to gardening, you know that the brassica seeds, they all similar to each other. They all look alike, y'all. So even when they start sprouting, they look alike. Like the broccoli and the cabbage and the kale, the greens, all of it pretty much look alike. So I'm just pretty much giving them, oh, I don't want to disturb those, y'all. I'm just pretty much giving them enough space, y'all. Enough space to grow, because they was a little overcrowded, just like I said. And we don't want to stop their growth. So if you're trying the direct sow method, to where you just drop them down and let them grow, you really do have to make sure when they start getting their true leaves, you really do have to make sure you separate them, because if you don't, you might not get the growth that you know looking for. So it's best to separate them. Give your babies their own little space. You know, I'm all down for giving your seedlings some spaces to grow. And this raised bed here is more than enough space for my seedlings. Look at that. You see that? Look at all that space. Instead of them being all crowded, bunched up together, now they have space to grow. And once they get a little bit established and a little bit taller, I'll probably, if I feel like they need more space, I can always dig it back up and put them in another spot if this bed get a little bit too overcrowded. And even right here, we have a crowded area right here. So we're just gonna do the same thing, dig them up just like this. Cover that back up like that. And sometimes you're gonna, just like this one, sometimes you're gonna lose some seedlings in the process, but it's okay. You just gotta be delicate and make sure you handle them with care, and you will be fine. They will be fine. Because y'all know my mouth, 2026, 2027, they sprout, they don't. I think y'all liked it that when I said that, so I'm saying it again. So y'all let me know, since y'all seen that last video, let me know if you dropped your collard greens, your kale. Let me know if you did your direct sowing method. Let me know if you did the direct sowing, or you just started in your seed starting trays. Cause when I'm dealing with my cabbage, my mustard greens, and not so much my cabbage, but my kale, my mustard greens, and my collards, I love to direct sow, because it never fails me, y'all. The direct sowing never fails me. But my cabbage, I like to put those in seed starting trays. Since I've started gardening, I've been direct sowing my kale. I've been direct sowing my mustard greens and my collards. So y'all, I think I did this bed pretty well. Let me see. Those not really established too much. I'm not gonna pull it up too much, because you can pretty much tell how flimsy the seedling is. You can let them continue growing. They all have their true leaves, but some of them only have 2 leaves. Sometimes it's okay. You can pull them up if they only have 2 leaves, but you have to be careful. I just like to make sure they have their true leaves. And y'all, I think that's all I am going to do in this bed, because all these right here, they're not really established and they're not finished growing. So I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to wait until they finish growing. At least till they get a little bit bigger. But I got that accomplished. Look at that. Look how it's all spaced out. That look much better. And now I want to go ahead and take y'all over to the collard greens and the mustard greens raised, because y'all know I did direct sow the collard greens and the mustard greens in 2 separate beds, y'all, and they're doing pretty well. All of it didn't sprout, which I don't mind, because I already know that was going to happen. Sometimes they sprout, sometimes they don't sprout together, and sometimes they do. Like right here, this is the mustard green bed here. We have some coming up here. That all these is good spacing. All those is good spacing. So I am not going to mess with this collard green bed. And this is the mustard greens. Well, that's the mustard green. This is the collards. They okay. I'm not going to disturb them too much. But they're growing out, y'all. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about 10 plants in that one raised bed. That's about a good over 10 plants in that bed. So they're doing pretty well. But what I do is, oh y'all, I forgot to tell y'all, the volunteer, if y'all watched my old video, the volunteer ground cherry is doing so well. Look how big this got, y'all. I told y'all I was going to leave it alone and let it be. And the ground cherry is doing pretty well, y'all. I am so excited about that. I'm going to bring y'all in closer. Don't y'all just love volunteers, y'all? This is a volunteer ground cherry, y'all. And it's giving me some ground cherries, y'all. Look at that. This is my 2nd year growing ground cherries. Well, this is my 1st year growing ground cherry, but this is my 2nd plant. My other plant, I got ground cherries and it just died back. So look at this, y'all. Look at the ground cherries. They said when the cherries is ready, that's when when the cherries is ready, they drop to the ground, and that's when you get them off the ground, and you take the little shell off, the little covering off, and you eat them like that, y'all. That's why they're called ground cherries, because you harvest them from the ground. I love it, y'all. I love volunteers. Don't you just love volunteers? And I just left it there. What I'm going to do, I am going to take my cloth and put it back on top, y'all, because they don't need no separations right now. The mustard greens and the collard greens are doing well. It was just the kale in the first bed. So I'm just gonna cover this back up, and we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for the kale and we're gonna wait for the mustards and the collards for right now. And y'all know I'm definitely gonna give y'all an update on what's going on with that. And right here we have the cabbage bed here. I direct sowed the cabbage, and they're coming up, y'all. They little bitty, but they're coming up. See that? That's the cabbage. They're coming up. There's so many of them. I direct sow the cabbage too. And I have some seed starting trays just in case my direct sow method cabbage didn't work, but they're doing fine. And over here I have my broccoli and my Brussels sprouts coming up. And I direct sow this too. So we have some activities. And I think I may have put some spinach in here too. So something, we got some growth. We got grow activities. And here we got some more. Basically all these over here is my lettuces. I drop all my seeds inside of these little used containers I have. But that's a whole nother video, y'all, that I'm going to show y'all how I, drop these seeds. But that's the bok choy I need to separate too. The bok choy, I'm gonna go ahead and separate these because they look a little leggy, and I'm gonna get them out that pot. Okay, y'all, that's the end of this video. Let me know if you do a different method than I just did, separating your seedlings. We all want to know. We all want to know the tea. We all want to know, because all our beginner gardeners read the comments, y'all, and they like the comments, and some of them will comment under your comment and start that conversation, y'all. We all in this together. And as always, y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'll see y'all in the next video.